So we just got back from an amazing trip to the big island of Hawaii, and I'm going to share with you my top 30 best beaches and snorkeling spots. Because we stayed on the west side of the island, we're going to start with the northwest side, and then we're going to work our way in order, going down the west coast of the big island, and then along the southern coast of the big island all the way over to the east side over by Hilo. So let's get started up on the northwest side with number 1, which is Kapa'a Beach Park. There's a paved road that takes you all the way down, and then when you get there, this is a rocky beach, but it has amazing snorkeling. After snorkeling at Kapa'a Beach Park, we got back into our Jeep and we headed down the road to number 2, which is Mahukona Beach Park. This is also a great snorkeling destination. This is a rocky beach, but it also has a parking lot and has a ladder to get right into the water to go snorkeling. After snorkeling at Mahukona Beach Park, we headed south to Spencer Beach Park. Spencer Beach Park is a beautiful beach that's great for laying out and going swimming. It has bathrooms, pavilions, picnic tables. This is a beautiful beach. So from Spencer Beach Park, we headed to Mauna Kea Beach. You have 2 options here. We did the 1 mile out and back hike, but you can also drive around and see if there's parking. It's very limited and you have to get a pass. We actually tried that first, but it was full. So we headed back to Spencer Beach Park and did the hike. From Mauna Kea Beach, we went to Mauna Kea Beach. To get in, you're going to go to the Mauna Kea Resort Gate and ask for a pass. If you get that pass, you're still going to have to pay the parking fee of $21 for non-Hawaii residents. When we got there, the limited parking spots were all taken, so we headed down to Hapuna Beach, where you can hike from Hapuna Beach up to Mauna Kea Beach. From Mauna Kea Beach, we headed down to Hapuna Beach. We had hiked there, so we just walked back, but if you had driven, you would just drive out to the highway, go down, and then make the turn to Hapuna Beach. So from Hapuna Beach, we headed south down to Waialea Beach, which was beach number 7, and Waialea Beach has great snorkeling. From Waialea Beach, we headed south to Puako Bay to do some snorkeling. When you arrive, there's a big parking lot, so we followed this trail system over to this black sand beach. From the beach, we followed the trail just a little bit farther to this great snorkeling spot. So from Puako Bay, we headed back to the highway and then headed south to 49 Black Sand Beach. And to get there, you're going to turn into the Maunalani subdivision. You're going to follow this around, and it's going to take you to a gated subdivision. So this gated subdivision has limited parking. I think it's about 20 spaces. So you're going to follow this road down to the end of the road to this public parking area. So once you park, you can follow the trail out to the Black Sand Beach. From 49 Black Sand Beach, we headed back out to the highway and then headed down to Bay Beach. When you get there, you're going to take Waialea Beach Drive, and you'll follow that until you get to the parking lot. After you park, it's just a short walk in, and then you can go to the right or to the left. As we walked out onto the beach, we went to the right first. This beach is awesome. You've got a lagoon on one side and the ocean on the other side. As you get to the end of the beach, that's actually Waialea Beach, which is part of the Waialea Beach Marriott Resort and Spa. So we walked this long beach back to where we started, and then we decided to explore the other part of the beach. So after exploring Bay Beach, we got back onto the highway and headed down to Kiholo State Park Reserve. We wanted to explore some of the black sand beaches and hike over to Kiholo Bay. So this black sand beach is still part of the Kiholo State Park Reserve, but then they have a trail that goes to the lava rock to this other black sand beach, and then another trail that goes to a larger black sand beach. So this is where we're gonna hike the 2.1 mile out and back hike to Kiholo Bay. So once you're at Kiholo Bay, there's all these lava rocks, and so we just climbed through these lava fields and we found a place to get in and enjoy Kiholo Bay. So we left Kiholo State Park Reserve, got back on the highway, headed south to Kukio Beach. This is a public beach, but it's at the Four Seasons Resort. So to get in, you go to the guard gate and you're going to get a pass. This is what the pass looks like. And then you're going to follow the road all the way over to the parking lot. So we left Kukio Beach, headed back to the highway, and then headed over to Manini'owali Beach, also known as Kua Bay. So after swimming with dolphins at Manini'owali Beach or Kua Bay, we got back onto the road, headed south, and we went to Makalawena Beach. You'll take this unpaved road down to the trail, and then you'll take this trail through some lava fields over to Makalawena Beach. From the parking lot, it's a 2.6 mile out and back trail. From Makalawena Beach, we just hiked back through the lava field to Mahai'ula Beach. So after snorkeling at Mahai'ula Beach, we took the trail back to the parking lot. We got in our Jeep and took the unpaved road down to the parking lot for Kekaha State Beach. from Kekaha State Beach, we took the dirt road back to the highway, and then we took the highway down. You'll pass Kona International Airport, and then we turned off and we headed over to O'oma Beach. So then you're going to hit a roundabout. Other beaches are to the left, but we're going to the right into the parking lot for O'oma Beach. So you can either park in the parking lot and walk to the beach, or you can just drive this dirt road right to the beach. So we decided to drive there. From the parking lot, you'll turn right onto this dirt road to go to the beach. So from O'oma Beach, it's just a short drive to get down to Kohanaiki Beach Park. So from Kohanaiki Beach Park, it's just a short drive down to Pine Tree Surfing Beach. This was an awesome beach for snorkeling. So from Pine Tree Surfing Beach, we headed back out to the highway. We headed south, we went past Kailua Kona, and then we turned off and headed over to Magic Sands Beach Park. So from Magic Sands Beach Park, it's just a short drive down to Kahalu'u Beach Park. This was an amazing destination for snorkeling. When you get there, you'll turn in. There's a big parking lot. It's $12 for 4 hours to park here. There's a beach area, and then over by the lifeguard stand is where we got in to go snorkeling. So after snorkeling at Kahalu'u Beach Park, we headed down to the Captain Cook Monument Trail to hike down to the Captain James Cook Monument to do some snorkeling. So you can get there for free by doing the hike, but if you don't want to hike, you can also rent a kayak or you can take an excursion on a boat. So the hike is 3.7 miles out and back. It's pretty easy going down, but it was definitely difficult going up. I'd highly recommend wearing hiking shoes or running shoes and bring lots of water and food. You've got a 1,272 foot elevation gain going back up. So from the Captain Cook Monument, there's a beautiful coral reef to go snorkeling. After snorkeling, we made the strenuous hike back up to the parking lot, and then from the Captain Cook Monument trailhead, we headed out and went south down to Two-Step Beach to go snorkeling. So you can see that Two-Step Beach really isn't a sandy beach, it's mostly lava rock, but because of the lava rock, that's why this water is crystal clear. So as you can see here, they call it two-step because there's actually 2 steps to get into the water. So we put on our snorkel gear and hopped in. After snorkeling and swimming with dolphins at Two-Step Beach, we headed out and headed south down to Ho'okena Beach Park. This beach has amazing snorkeling, the sand is super soft, and the backdrop with the cliffs is just a beautiful beach. After snorkeling and hanging out at Ho'okena Beach Park, we got back on the road and headed south down to Pebbles Beach. So to get there, we turned into the Kona Paradise subdivision. This is a no outlet subdivision, and you're gonna go down this really steep hill to get to the beach. So from Pebbles Beach, we got back onto the highway and then we headed south all the way down to the South Point Cliff Dive. So as we're walking up, we saw that there's a big blowhole, and then they've got some platforms and a rickety ladder for the cliff jumping area. From the South Point Cliff Dive, then we were going to the Papakolea Green Sand Beach To get there, you go over to this parking lot, and then you can either hike over, or you can get a ride in a truck, or you can drive yourself if you've got a four-wheel drive high clearance vehicle. After hanging out and swimming at Papakolea Green Sand Beach, we got back on the road and we started heading east to Punalu'u Black Sand Beach. So after exploring Punalu'u Black Sand Beach, we got back onto the road and we headed over to Kehena Black Sand Beach. So after exploring Kehena Black Sand Beach, we got back in our Jeep and we headed to our last destination, which is Pohoiki Black Sand Beach at Isaac Hale Park. This is the newest black sand beach on the island from the 2018 lava flow. And this is the old boat ramp from before the volcano eruption. So you used to be able to take your boats right out into the bay from here. Alright, so that wraps up my top 30 best beaches and snorkeling spots on the Big Island of Hawaii. If you're staying over on the west side of the Big Island, this guide should help you maximize your time and to hit the best beaches and snorkeling spots on your next trip to the Big Island.